America has always stood for freedom, or so we say. But when it comes to real-world struggles, like those in Palestine and Kashmir, we hesitate. What if we told you that supporting these causes isn't just the right thing to do morally? It might also be the smartest move for America first. Stay with us, because this story is full of twists, and it ends with a vision for America's future. The U.S. was born from revolution, from breaking the chains of an empire. Our Declaration of Independence talks about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. George Washington once said, "The preservation of the sacred fire of liberty is finally staked on the experiment entrusted to the hands of the American people." America has supported freedom movements throughout history, whether it was helping Europe rebuild after World War II or aiding democracy movements in Eastern Europe. But sometimes we choose silence, and that silence speaks louder than words. In Palestine, over 37,000 people have died in the conflict with Israel, many of them civilians. Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International have documented systemic issues including blockades, civilian targeting, and destruction of infrastructure. They've called the situation apartheid. In Kashmir, India revoked Article 370 in 2019, removing the region's autonomy. Since then, there have been communication blackouts, mass detentions, and military crackdowns. The UN has expressed concern multiple times. But what does all this have to do with America? More than you might think. America first doesn't mean isolation. It means doing what's smart and right for America and its people. So let's ask, is it in America's interest to keep supporting governments that violate human rights? Or is it smarter to invest in justice? When we supported Ukraine against Russia, we said it was about democracy and sovereignty. When Hong Kong rose up, we cheered them on. But when people in Gaza or Kashmir cry out for help, we look away. Why the double standard? And India? We're selling arms and boosting trade with a country that's tightening its grip on Kashmir. But what are we getting in return, aside from bad headlines and growing distrust among Muslim-majority nations? When we ignore injustice, we pay a price. Terrorism grows. Extremist groups use injustice in Palestine and Kashmir to recruit. Allies question us. Nations wonder if our values are real or just words. Trust erodes. Young Americans, especially Gen Z and millennials, see hypocrisy and start asking hard questions. Polls show that support for Israel has dropped among young Americans, and support for Palestinian rights is growing. Meanwhile, people in the Middle East and South Asia view our silence as a green light for injustice. Now here's the twist. Helping freedom movements actually helps us. Better global image. We earn respect when we stand for justice, not just when it's convenient. More stable regions. Supporting peaceful solutions in Palestine and Kashmir can prevent war and save us from spending billions later. Stop extremism. When we support justice, extremist groups lose their main talking points. Trade and diplomacy. A stable South Asia and Middle East means better trade, safer supply chains, and fewer crises. So yes, helping others can help us. And that's America first too. Let's get practical. What can America do to support these freedom movements without going to war? First, use our voice. The President and Congress can speak out more strongly. Words matter. Second, tie aid to rights. We give billions in aid. Let's make sure it's not used for abuse. Third, support peace talks. Be a real mediator, not just on one side. Fourth, invest in people. Help schools, hospitals, and jobs in places like Gaza and Kashmir. Fifth, stand with nonviolence, back groups and leaders who fight with peace, not war. And maybe, just maybe, hold a mirror to our own policies. Some will say, it's not our business, or these are complicated regions, and yes, they are complicated. But silence isn't neutral, it's a choice. And here's the irony. The same voices that shout freedom for Ukraine go silent when it's Gaza or Srinagar. We need to ask, are our values only for some people or for all? Across America, more people are waking up. Jewish Americans are marching against war in Gaza. South Asian Americans are speaking up for Kashmiri rights. Students across campuses are calling for peace, not profits from pain. This isn't about left or right. It's about right and wrong, and the people are ahead of the politicians. Freedom struggles are not faraway problems. They are part of our global story. What kind of country does America want to be? A nation that supports freedom for all, or one that picks and chooses based on politics and profit? Thomas Paine once wrote, "The world is my country, all mankind are my brethren, and to do good is my religion." That spirit built America. Let it guide us again